Hello and welcome back to 5 years on, and this is just my take at looking at how Football Manager is predicting the next 5 years for your club. So far we've seen Aston Villa get European trophies, we've seen Arsenal pick up European trophies, a couple of teams not do anything whatsoever. Burnley, Crystal Palace. Well, Crystal Palace went up and down. Leeds. But yeah, so so far it's been a little bit interesting. It's only next 5 years, so it's not like it's grand 100 years in the future to see how the clubs have been getting on. It's just what Football Manager are predicting your next 5 years to be like. Now, obviously, Football Manager has got a history of doing well in predicting stuff, and it's got a history of doing really bad. Freddy Adu. So, this is just a little bit of fun, a little bit of intrigue. So, now we are moving on to Liverpool, the Scousers, and we're going to have a little nose at how they've been getting on. Before we carry on, though, don't forget to hit the like, hit the subscribe button. And yeah, make sure you don't miss any of the rest of the series. I am going to drop and release the save file at the end of the 20 clubs. So around about Christmas Day. So if you want to take on your team, you can take on your team. If you want to have a look at what else has been going on around Europe in the Championship, then again, feel free to. It's completely up to you. But I will drop it when I do the Wolves save. So look out for the Wolves save after all 20 clubs have been done. It'll be there. Now, little look at Liverpool. As you can already tell, that Jurgen Klopp is no longer the manager. So, what happened to Jurgen? I think that's where we're going to start off and have a look at the managers. But before I click this little magic button to go to the managers, hit the subscribe button. Second time I'm telling you. Now, you can also see that Jordan Henderson is still the captain, and you can still see that Virgil van Dijk is the vice captain. So it means those two are still knocking around in Liverpool. Now look at the managers though. Jurgen Klopp left after 7 years. Just behind my head, it has 2 league wins, 4 cup wins. So yeah, we will obviously have a little look at all this, but you've got the Community Shield in there, you got the Premier League, Club World Cup, which has obviously already happened anyway, so it doesn't look like he's added too much. He added a Premier League trophy, and he added the Community Shield, but that was enough for Jurgen, and he left his role. He was then replaced by Stefano Pioli, who has also won a cup and a league. So he won the Premier League in 2025 and the FA Cup in 2025. So a nice little double for you. So not too bad. He's won 68% of his games in charge. I'd take that. Competitions. Let's have a look at the overview. So behind my head, you've got the 16 Community Shields. You've got the 8 Carabao Cups. It's a very, very impressive trophy cabinet. You've not been able to add number 7 to the Champions League though, but you are on 21 Premier League titles. It's a very, very, very good trophy cabinet. I am not going to lie. It does make me a bit jealous being a Blues fan. Yeah, so let's have a little look at the squad that you've got. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through the squad. I do know quite a few of the Liverpool players, so I think most people do. So Alisson is still at the club. Van Dijk, as a 34-year-old, as we've already said, he's at the club. Fabinho's still at the club. However, he's wanted by Real Madrid and is currently available for the under-23s. It looks like he's being forced out of the club. Jordan Henderson is still knocking around, and he must be still in the England setup, I suppose. At 36 years old, still in the England setup, which is surprising. Trent is still knocking around at 27. Joe Gomez and Andy Robertson are there. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain is still there, but he's up for sale. You've got Mariba, so you've signed Mariba at some point. That's a great signing, he is. João Mourinho, again, he looks like he's being forced out of the club. He's wanted by a couple of teams in Spain and Italy. Giovanni Reyna, absolute baller that kid is. You've got João Felix, Kingsley Coman, and Mo Salah. Whatever will be, will be. He's still knocking around, you see. Mo Salah. Oh, so yeah, sorry. It's probably going to start raining wherever you are now. But yeah, so do you know what? That's quite a good. So you still got Naby Keita, but he's out on loan. Who's he out on loan to? He's on loan at Burnley. People ask me if I like football. I tell them yes. But Burnley can back off. So, but yeah, so that's not too bad of a showing, if I'm honest. Got a good core of the squad still knocking around. You've made some decent signings, and what we're going to do now is we're going to move over to the transfer list, the transfer history, and have a look at how much they've cost. See who you've got rid of, see who you brought in. And I can already tell, with every other one I've done so far, I skim through and I just pick out the ones that are interesting to me. As you can see down here, you at some point signed Dele Alli. Because you then sold him to Aston Villa. So that's why Dele Alli is currently at Aston Villa, as you'll remember from the Aston Villa episode if you watched it. If you didn't watch it, what are you doing? Go watch it. As for your inbounds, these guys, are these now regens or youngsters that are already on the game by the looks of it? Yeah, look, youngsters that are already on the game, no faces. Juan Vieira. That's a region, there you go. Okay, accidentally double clicked that. So let's go for the year before. So the year before is where you picked up Giovanni Reyna, Coman, Mariba. That was a very, very good year for signings. You spent 178 million, but you've also brought in 163 million. And you got Guido Rodriguez. You signed him from someone before, and then you've made a profit possibly off him. Kanate, you sold to 28 million to PSG. Joel Matip moved on to Roma for 23. Ridi Baku, whoever he is, moved to Atletico Madrid for 31 million. Oh wow, he plays for Wolfsburg in real life. So you signed him at some point. What an absolute selling that is. You also got rid of a youngster by looks at Chris Gills to Arsenal for 6.5 million. He is wow. Okay. Is impressive for a 19-year-old. Now worth between 42 and 125 million. You sold him for 6.5. Okay, so this is the year you brought in Dele Alli and Guido Rodriguez. Not much of a profit on him, really, to be fair. And not much of a profit on Baku. Jan Mourinho, who you're now trying to sell, is also there. As your outbounds, this year is the year you got rid of Ben Davies. Kostas Tsimikas. Remember having him on my dream team at the start of the year. Sadio Mane, this is the year he left for PSG for 67 million. That's got to be a great selling. You also sold Jamal Lewis, which means you've signed him at some point. Diego Jota sold for 24.5 million to Roma. Anyone else? No, Thiago was given a free transfer to Bromby and he has since retired. He retired at 34. What are you doing, Thiago? You're like Gareth Bale. I might have a look at Gareth Bale, actually. Okay, so the second season, so we've gone back another year, is the year you spent £194 million. Wow. Jurgen definitely got the checkbook out this year, didn't he? Definitely got the checkbook out. So Zapata, Miko Lenko, Oliveira, Jamal Lewis and João Felix. João Felix, £115 million. Wow. As for your outbounds, I don't think there'd be any real surprises in this one. Divock went for 15.5 million. Mr. Super Sub himself. Adrian left for Monaco and has since retired. And then the first season, you spent 35.5 million on Manar Solomon, who is still knocking around at your club. I didn't see him when we went through, to be fair. He probably is on there. I just probably skimmed over him. That's a very good signing. As for your outbounds, only one deal was really done, and that was Bobby Clark, who's now worth up to 31 million. So he's playing for Newcastle and not. Was it Wolves he was sold to? If I stop double clicking on everything, yeah, it's sold to Wolves. Okay, so that's not too bad of a deal. I think overall, I think you've done a really, 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 really good bit of transfer business, if I'm honest. You've done really well with the transfers, I suppose. Right, let's have a little look. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start all the way at the beginning. Let's knock out the leagues, because we know you've won a couple of leagues. And we'll leave all the cup competitions in, shall we? No, let's get rid of the Champions League, and then we'll do a Champions League overview. Okay, so year one, so the year you're playing in real life now. According to Football Manager, you should have been knocked out in the Carabao Cup 4th round. As for the FA Cup, you were knocked out by Everton in the 5th. I remember Everton, they had a bit of bad luck with Manchester United. You played in the Club World Cup in this year, and you made it through the rounds there. I'm guessing the rest will come on the second year. Yes, it does. Where you lost the quarter-finals to Real Madrid with Vinicius Jr. scoring the winner early in extra time. You then also, that's the year you won the Community Shield. The Carabao Cup, you made it to the final before losing to Aston Villa on penalties. So that's where Aston Villa added one of their cups. As for the FA Cup, you also lost that in the quarterfinals to Newcastle. To big money spending on Newcastle United. Year after, so 3 years in the future now, you're set to lose the Carabao Cup final 4-3 to Manchester City, and you're due to slip up in the FA Cup to Fulham. As for the year after, you're knocked out by Manchester United in the Carabao Cup 3rd round before making it all the way to the final and getting your revenge against Manchester United, beating them in the FA Cup 3-1. You also start your Club World Cup campaign again this year, taking on Wydad Casablanca. Let's have a look where they play. They play in Morocco. Interesting. And starting the year, obviously, in the Club World Cup, then you sail through, to be fair, until the semi-final, where Manchester United take their revenge and beat you 2-1 after extra time. Kylian Mbappe playing for Manchester United. We'll find out in a couple of episodes' time. Chelsea you beat Chelsea in the 3rd round playoff, so 3rd place in the world, before losing to Manchester City 3-1. I'll tell you what, these are a lot of games, isn't there? The further you get in these competitions, and you've got to throw in all your league games on top of that. Carabao Cup, you made it all the way to the final, where you lose to Manchester City again, on penalties this time. As for the FA Cup, you make it all the way to the FA Cup final, where Manchester United beat you 3-0. And that was obviously the most recent year. Not too bad. Not too bad. But let's have a look at the Champions League, because that's what we all were interested in, isn't it? We all want the Champions League. How did you get on in the Champions League each year? How many finals did you appear in? That's the big question. So, first year, so the year that's playing, apparently you're going to lose to Bayern Munich in the semi-final, the quarter-final, sorry. So that's not something to look forward to. You have German opposition back-to-back. Obviously, I know that Leipzig have been knocked out in real life to the Europa League, so that's not going to happen, is it? So, but it's a bit of fun. Year after, you make it to the quarterfinals, where Bayern Munich absolutely terrorise you again. looks like Bayern Munich might become a bogey team. The year after, you make it to the semi-finals, so you get past Roma in the quarters to face PSG in the semi-finals, where you take a 2-0 home advantage from Anfield to the Parc de France, or the Parc des Princes, or whatever the stadium's now called. I'll get confused. And it is now you lose 3-0. As for the year after, you make it all the way to the Champions League first round knockout, where you eventually lose to RB Leipzig on penalties. And then the most recent year, you get to the semi-final again, and it is Barcelona that knock you out. They get their revenge for that Origi moment. And this time it's Pedri! 3 goals in the space of 6 minutes. Absolutely murders you. You did get one back later on, but Duvan Zapata is no Divock Origi. Can't get himself another couple of goals at the end, but it is what it is, unfortunately. And do you know what? Your goalkeeper had a nightmare, that Callagher or whatever it is. 4.7 he pulled in that semi-final before getting injured. And then his replacement, I'm guessing, is this guy. 6.2. He's a youngster, but still. You don't... Oh, no, there's... Oh, no, yeah, because we've gone back onto that, so... And then... Yeah. I don't think... I'm surprised that Alisson didn't play in the final. Must have been injured, because he played in the first leg. And the second leg. First leg, so I'm surprised he didn't play in the second leg. Very surprised. Right, okay, so that is that for Liverpool. Nice little overview of the club. Manuel Solomon has now become one of your favoured personnel. It doesn't look like you've added any legends or anything like that. Obviously, Jurgen there. Let's see where Jurgen went. He went to Real Madrid. So, that's why he left the manager's role at Liverpool. So, in 2023... he leaves Liverpool. I'm sure, is that the year his contract's up? Or is it 24? But anyway, this is the year. He leaves in 2023 and he moves on to Real Madrid. So I wish him all the best there. I like Jurgen. But yeah. So, Liverpool fans, let me know if you're happy with the next 5 years. No Champions League trophies, but you do add a couple of Premier League. You add a couple of Premier League trophies. So, are you happy with that? Would you take 2 more Premier Leagues over a Champions League in the next 5 years? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you again tomorrow for. I'm going to do Leicester tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going to do Leicester tomorrow. Should have done them already, but Leicester's tomorrow. Right, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.